This is Bao TV.
Welcome back to Bao News Network. We're working on our latest Bao headline news report, taking a look at two major issues in the news at this time. We're looking at unemployment benefits that are expiring as of Labor Day weekend, and we're taking a look at developments in the weather, also in the Atlantic as well as the Gulf of Mexico. Quite a few things developing. So as we take a look, as far as the unemployment is concerned, as most people know, millions of Americans are actually impacted by the expiration of the pandemic extensions for unemployment, not only for freelancers and gig workers, but also for those unemployed and jobless Americans who were affected severely by the pandemic as a result of millions of businesses across the continental United States that actually shut down. If we take a look at some of the issues that are facing jobless Americans at this time, we see that many people are barely surviving on a fraction of the wages before pandemic even hit, with $300 extra per week, and people are being pushed into the workplace with limited childcare options and health concerns. A number of single moms are panicking right now, especially since for the last 18 months, Congress did a rescue plan to try and extend the benefits, and now the benefits are extending for September 4th. Here we see some of the tweets, and we can see that up to over 7 million people across the continental United States, they're going to be losing unemployment benefits as of this weekend. Keep in mind also that another 2.7 million in the months of June and July were cut off from about 24 states, primarily Republican governors, as a push to get jobless Americans back into the workforce. There's some major concerns, and we saw that based on some of the tweets out there, that some of the main concerns right now have to do with public health and child care. 5.5 million people are caring for children who are not in school or in daycare, and another 3.2 million people are more concerned about health reasons as far as relating to the pandemic. But we can clearly see that there's sort of a disconnect between what the lawmakers are imagining to be stellar opportunities for Americans to get back into the workforce, and then the reality on Main Street as far as health concerns. Here we can see that as a result of the lockdowns, there have been severe effects as far as mental health as well as drug overdoses as a result of the pandemic. So there are many concerns. We've also seen an uptick in domestic abuse as a result of a lockdown also. So there are some major ramifications to deal with as a result of the pandemic and the lockdown. Here we also see that many people are also concerned about some of the more severe effects of the pandemic, such as long-term effects as far as if you are to get sick, and some of the more common long-term effects facing many people, millions of people who actually are survivors of the pandemic. And even though there's a big push to get a lot of workers back into the restaurant industry, there are many hurdles. So this topic has to be explored on a lot of different avenues as far as how it's impacting people who are actually looking for work out there, and all of the different dimensions and factors to actually what is making up the sector of the jobless sector in the economy at this time. Keep in mind that for many people who are trying to return back to work, the jobless benefits were actually a gap to fill up for the discrepancy between the wages that they were earning prior to the pandemic to what they're anticipating being able to get a job in the field, possibly not even in the field of their specialty, making a lot less. So there's a lot to be concerned about as far as the different aspects as relating to the unemployment benefits question that are facing millions of Americans trying to get back into work, facing issues relating to child care and many of the health concerns and fears. Many of these families have actually lost a significant other who was a breadwinner and actually contributing significantly to their households as far as bills. And when the pandemic unemployment benefits were enacted, that was sort of a fill gap temporarily to try and make up for the fact that the breadwinner of that household is now gone, and this is a lack of skills, lack of opportunity that is now facing the household as far as being able to bring income into the household. So there are many, many factors to be concerned about when it comes to the unemployment benefits at this particular time. So this discussion is going to continue, and keep in mind too that not only are the unemployment benefits also expiring, but also the eviction moratorium has also expired. So there are several government protection umbrellas for Americans, not only those who are jobless, but also many who are working but are still trying to get caught up on their rent as a result of the lengthy shutdown as a result of the pandemic. So we do want to make sure that we cover different dimensions, and this is going to be an ongoing discussion here at Bound News Network as far as jobs and unemployment and the economy as we move forward. As we take a closer look at the weather, we do see that there is a system possibly impacting in the Gulf of Mexico this weekend going into Monday and Tuesday, and we actually saw it moving across the Yucatan Peninsula into the Gulf of Mexico, and now this system is actually anticipated to impact the region of the Florida Panhandle. So as we take a closer look here, we can actually see the system actually making its way further into the Panhandle area, and that's anticipated to bring a significant amount of thunderstorm activity, possibly in the next 48 to 72 hours, as it takes advantage of all of that oceanic kinetic energy from the Gulf of Mexico that could be also a severe amount of moisture that will be able to fuel very, very powerful supercell thunderstorms going into the week. And there we see Hurricane Larry. Now it's projected to actually skirt along parallel to the northeast coast, but one of the main concerns about this major hurricane, which is now packing winds of 120 miles per hour, is that as it skirts along, it heads more parallel along the coast, barely missing Bermuda as it makes a turn towards the northeast. As it passes Bermuda, there will be an increase in surf and possibly very, very high tidal conditions along the eastern northeastern coastlines, affecting states once again such as New Jersey, Massachusetts, and also as far away as Maine. So we are taking a look at the situation there. With respect to this Hurricane Larry, we can clearly see it on our Doppler radar here, and we see it churning away as a very, very powerful Category 3 storm. And once again, we anticipate that it's going to be going to be skirting along the island of Bermuda, and it's going to be impacting the island of Bermuda, but it's going to be the left side of the storm. They should anticipate strong tropical force winds coupled with strong thunderstorms as the system makes its way and actually makes a turn towards the northeast. We anticipate that system in the Yucatan Peninsula will start to create a lot of downpours and thunderstorms for the central Florida area as well as North Florida Panhandle. Initially, we thought that it was going to be impacting the region of New Orleans once again, but those residents already have their hands full today with very, very significant weather. Here we can see from our Doppler radar, we do see the special warning a special marine warning in the region of Gulfport. There is a flood advisory at this time for the region of New Orleans with severe thunderstorm activity in the region. And we anticipate that there'll be scattered thunderstorms in this region going forward. Unfortunately, this is bad news for those residents who are trying to pick up the pieces as a result of Hurricane Ida. Very, very strong, powerful Category 4, borderline 5 storm that almost became a Category 5 given if it had given a little bit more time, but it nevertheless created a significant amount of path of destruction from the Louisiana coastline all the way up to New Jersey and New York and the Northeast with severe flooding. And here we see once again severe thunderstorms in the region along the region for the southeast coast, near New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Mobile, Alabama. Some severe thunderstorm activity in the region coming down. So we're continuing to monitor Hurricane Larry as it makes its way into the region. It is currently churning away at about a Category 3 storm, and it's going to be possibly increasing slightly as it makes its way towards Bermuda. And we'll also continue to monitor the situation with respect to that disturbance that is potentially going to bring a significant amount of thunderstorm activity. There are several spaghetti models that are actually showing that this system may actually go further north, or it may potentially go towards the northeast as far as affecting Central Florida and North Florida. But we'll continue to monitor this situation as it develops. So thank you for watching Bao News Network. This is our latest Bao News headlines report, taking a look at the unemployment benefits expiration here on Labor Day weekend. We appreciate all of our subscribers tuning in, and once again, happy Labor Day, and we hope that you enjoy your Labor Day with all of the different sports and events and all of the different activities that are happening and occurring across the nation to celebrate the Labor Day. Once again, if you're new to this channel, please by all means smash that subscribe button and also like button, share it with friends and family. And once again, thank you for watching Bao News Network, and have a great day.